President, fix your country. Your people are suffering and you're flying abroad to get treatment. We can't get treatment. We can't get good treatment. Every other weekend, you're out of the country while your people are suffering, going to countries that have been fixed by other people. Doesn't make sense. Stay in your country and fix your place. Let the people be happy. Few years, everybody dies, man. That's the truth, whether you like it or not. I don't know what people say.
Yes, the lion himself has spoken. I call him the lion because from his voice, you know that he's a lion. Yes, he might not want to speak direct, but we know who he's talking to. Buhari, stay in your country. Any country that accepts Buhari has accepted failure. I want to say it clearly. If you accept Buhari, any country accepting Buhari has accepted failure. You have incurred failure into the life of your citizens. I'm telling you the gospel truth, because how can you accept a president that, now tell me where you can survive from? He failed in insecurity. That is to say, your citizens are insecure. A president that has failed in insecurity and is coming to your country means that your citizens are what? Insecure. A president that has failed in calming the weather in Nigeria has failed. That is to say, you are accepting climatic change because the weather in your country will not be in good order. Climatic change. He failed to calm the tension in his country and is in your country. I don't want to know the reason why he is there, but you should know that a climatic change will soon occur in your country. That is President Muhammadu Buhari, who has failed in all ramifications. He has failed. But YUL EDOCHIE, I have two questions for you. Yes. And the first question is this. If everything you said here is true, no doubt, but if you are speaking from the aspect of a well-meaning Nigerian, you're safe. You are safe. But if you are speaking from the aspect of a politician, because I can remember vividly where once upon a time when I think I saw your posters flying that you are going into politics, which I'm not sure if you have gone into the politics already or you are still planning to join. So if you are speaking from the aspect of a politician, the angle of a politician, two things is involved. It's either we insult you and call you a criminal, which is the fairest judgment you get from us, or we also include you in planning a FEMI FANI KAYODE's funeral. We join you there too, because you heard him. FEMI FANI KAYODE said over his dead body will he join APC. And today he is there. So as we Nigerians are preparing for his funeral, we include you there. That is to say, if you are speaking from the aspect of a politician. But if not, if you are from the aspect of a Nigerian, you are safe. Yes. I was so disappointed, so shocked and baffled when I saw Nigerians complaining, shouting, screaming on seeing FEMI Adesina, on hearing that he said government are not interested in shaming sponsors of terrorism. Those sponsoring Boko Haram, rather they are interested in tackling them by the corner. And Nigerians were disappointed. We were like, why are you screaming? Why are you disappointed? The sponsors, why are you interested in knowing the sponsors that you already know? What is really happening to Nigeria? Why on earth would you want to know who you already know? Sponsors of Boko Harams that you already know. Femi Adesina is their spokesman. You know him already. So what else do you want to know? El-Rufai is one of the sponsors. You know him already. El-Rufai, that when he was FCT minister, just because a woman mistakenly threw a stone and the stone hit El-Rufai's car, El-Rufai targeted that woman's area for demolition. Go and ask, verify it. Verify this information. El-Rufai targeted that woman's community and he demolished it. And you know El-Rufai. Who don't you know? You know Pantami. that was crying for when his brothers were killed, Boko Haram. You saw him cry. You know him. You know Shegumi, the businessman that when Buhari's son was wedding in Kano, having his wedding in Kano, private jet flying there, and he came out to start crying. Why are you people flying private jet to Kano? Why are you spending extravagantly when your children are in captivity? Why don't you just go and pay these bandits for them to release your children? How much are they even demanding? Just small money. That time you know he's broke. His boys need to eat. So he's telling them to go and give his boys money for them to release their kids. So what else again? And you again, you know the chief in commander, the chief of commander of the armed forces. Chief in commander of the armed forces. Every armed forces in Nigeria is the chief of commander. Chief of commander of the armed forces. Fulani herdsmen are armed forces. Boko Haram are armed forces. Unknown government are armed forces. Army armed forces. Police armed forces. Vigilante armed forces. Yes, armed forces. Whether they are forces of darkness, but they are all armed and they are forced. They are forced on the civilians. So, you know all of them. So what again do you want to know? We should all be interested, focused on how to help ourselves, because we now see that people we run to for help are even the ones sponsoring the sponsors, sponsoring this government, and the government is now sponsoring another people to unleash their terror attack on us. The UK sponsoring Buhari government sponsoring Boko Haram sponsoring the terror on us. So we should now start thinking of how to protect ourselves, because you see how they kill us like chickens. They don't even care for us. Since we have been crying to United Nations, what have they done? Instead, they are even confirming more solidarity, saying that we stand with President Muhammadu Buhari, we stand with Nigeria government, which everybody see clearly that these people are terror. What else again? Who again? What else again do you want to know? United Nations. United Nations is a terror organization, because you are supporting a terror government, unleashing a terror attack on the citizen. It's a shame, because you people have been saying it on this one. You formed what is happening in Afghanistan. You created the problem in Afghanistan, and now you are in Nigeria to create it. But we, the citizens, 21st century, our eyes are open. We are planning how to solve our own problem by ourselves. And by the grace of God, by Inshallah, Mashallah, we will succeed without your help.